Okay. The topic for the 2-day course is the practice of the 4 mindfulnesses, tackling the painful emotions. Let us begin. Let us begin with a few interactions. The first part is, okay, just feel free to share with me. Feel free to share with all of us, any one of you. Say, why did you come here? Anyone. Just feel free to share your thoughts. Why did you come here? Anyone? No idea. Suddenly came here. Anyone? To learn. Okay, to learn. Why? Why do you have to learn?
Because you have good credentials.
Because
you have good credentials.
Because you
have good credentials.
You have that credentials. Credentials of what?
Authority of knowledge and experience.
Okay, very complicated. Yes, anyone else? Okay, now to live. Yes.
To be happy.
To be happy, good. Okay, to be happy, to learn something. Anyone else? Okay, now let me make the scope more, wider. Scope wider. Okay, tell me. In your life, say, what are you seeking? You can just freely speak. As they have confidential things, you may not say, it's up to the individual. Otherwise, you can speak very freely. Give me some ideas. Okay, anyone? What? Yes.
Less stress.
Okay, to be less stressful. Yes, very, very honest answer. Anyone else? In your life, not why and not that why you came here. It's not my question now. This was my first question. And my second question is, what in your life? What do you want in your life? Less stress. Anyone else? Very quick. Yes.
I want to be a good mother, good person. Doing good.
Okay, to do good. Why should you have to do good?
To feel good.
Yes, right. Okay. Okay, first one is to be a good person, to be a good mother. Right? Why do you have to be good? So that I feel good. Good answer. So 2 answers the same. Happy, good, to feel good, and less stress. Anyone else? Very quick.
Control.
Reasons?
Control.
To control what?
My life better. How I react.
Okay. To control. Yes. This is a very important thing. Yes. So what you said is going to be the driving force towards the structure of a talk, right? So finally, I'll say to monitor, nice word, rather than control, to monitor, administer your actions more nicely, right? Okay, very good point, yes.
To melt.
To melt.
You have to be wider and to melt.
To melt. Why should we have to melt?
To be wider is greater.
To wide, to spread more widely. Why? What do you mean by spread widely? This I understand.
To melt from myself. To be wider.
To be wider. What do you mean by
Like the
wider?
sky.
Huh?
Nothing like the sky.
Huh? Like sky.
Nothing.
Okay, like sky. Nothing. It's freely flows. Freely flows when nothing should really stop you, obstruct you, right? Okay, this is a very important point. Yes, over there. Less control. Okay, so this is why I modified the word control, right? Say, So what he meant is to administer your actions nicely, right? So what he's saying is control the moment. The control means you don't have the freedom, right? So to have less control means to have more freedom. This is meaning, right? So in a way, these two, the words are contradictory, meaning is same. So therefore, we should be very careful with the usage of the words, particularly when you interact with other people, right? It can create miscommunication. The point is that I can deal with my actions nicely, I can administer my actions nicely, so that I become more free. There's no control there, I become more free, right? So finally we seek for, okay, very good. Anyone else who has now something very pressing to share with? Yes. To accept. You to accept others, or others to accept you?
No, we to accept life as it is.
Okay, you to accept your life as it is. Why should you have to accept your life as it is?
Because I keep wanting to change things.
Why do you have to change things?
Because I don't accept them, is that I think they need to be different.
Okay. So why I'm asking all these questions is that for us to open up, right? And then only when we start asking questions, then you will, many of the things, for example, very likely in my bag, I don't know, there's maybe, okay, many useful things are there, maybe some honest things may be also there, right? If I don't sort it out, all things will always travel with me wherever I travel. Sometimes even the candy paper can also go with me all the world, right? So therefore I have to check whether this is needed, not needed. So like this, if you learn how to ask questions, right? So why should I have to accept things as it is? Oh, because there's no other choice. Because these things are there. If I don't accept it, anyways I have to bear with it, I have to be with it, and I suffer unnecessarily, right? So like this, if you learn how to ask questions, then things will become very clear in your mind, and what are you doing? It becomes very clear. And as the gentleman here, young gentleman here who said it, that all your actions are well monitored or well administered by yourself. And that way you will have a sense of, say, the freedom of what you're doing, right? Okay, good. So we see that, in fact, from the response that I got, what we are doing, the 2 days, is almost, the main structure has already come up from all these points brought by the audience. Okay, so for this, what I'd like to share with you is, okay, let us begin with the purpose of your life, the two purposes of your life, right? And it is not, I'm not dictating, right? You just listen to me and see if you agree with me. If you don't agree, raise hands, right? You don't agree. Okay. If you agree, very good. Then we can proceed further. Okay. Point one is the purpose of your life is be kind to yourself. Right? Okay. Carmel, be kind to yourself. Right? Your name? Tanya. Tanya, be kind to yourself. So each one of us, Dorji, be kind to yourself. One, how many don't agree with me? You don't want to be kind to yourself? Okay. Okay, good. You go on. Number two, see if you agree with me or not. Be wisely kind to yourself. Be wisely kind to yourself, which means that, okay, right? What is this place known as? Monash. Let's say Okay, say now 10 years later, 20 years later, right? You may say, okay, I'm so tired of my life. 20 years ago, 2000 something, 2017, 18 something, right? There was one Tibetan monkey. He said that I should be kind to myself, right? I'm so tired of my life. Now I'll be kind to myself. I'll go to the pubs to drink. I'll be kind to myself, right? Okay, is the person's trying to be kind, but it's not the wise way of being kind. So the point number 2 is be wisely kind to yourself. These are 2 things. How many of you agree with me? Raise your hands. Okay, those who do not agree, those who do not raise hands, what is that? Okay, so the point is that be kind to yourself and be wisely kind to yourself. To make it very simple, be kind to yourself means what do you want, what you don't want, what you want, what you don't want, separate the 2, and what you don't want, discard them. What you want, embrace them. This is your job, to be kind to yourself. The next is be wisely kind to yourself. Do those things which will actually get rid of your suffering, and do those things which will actually give rise to happiness. Don't do those things which in the facade of giving happiness to you, actually giving miseries. Don't do those things. Right? Okay. So this is the meaning of be wisely kind to yourself. Now, if we go through the principle of Charles Darwin evolutionary theory, if you go through the principle of Charles Darwin's evolutionary theory, what he said was that he also was saying the same kind. Be kind to yourself. The whole purpose of the species to exist, evolve in this universe, is in a way to be kind to yourself and be wisely kind to yourself. How? Say the species, what is the final meaning of the species? Is to survive. Survival of the fittest. Survive. How to survive? So the natural evolution has gifted us with 2 factors. With 2 factors. So that we will be happy, we will be free from the what you dislike, the fears. What are the 2? Attachment and aversion. Aversion including fear. This is what Charles Darwin said. Attachment will, what you want is happiness. Attachment will gather all the happiness. And what you dislike is the fear, anxiety, and so forth. And the threats, the aversion, anger, aversion will push them all away. Right? So these 2 are the national gifts. And Buddha said the opposite. These 2 are not the national gifts. These 2 destroy us. This is what the Buddha said. Right? Okay, this is extremely important point for us to keep in mind. Right? Okay, so now with this in mind, let me begin with the stanza said by Arya-Nagarjuna. Arya-Nagarjuna, 1st century AD, incredibly great saint scholar, revered as the second Buddha by the Mahayana practitioners, Arya-Nagarjuna. What he said is that in Tibetan, okay, ceasing, stopping, ceasing of afflictions, no, ceasing of contaminated karmas and afflictions leads to nirvana. Ceasing of contaminated karmas and afflictions leads to nirvana. Contaminated karmas and afflictions arise from distorted, from inappropriate attention. Here, we need more. Okay. Okay. Ceasing of contaminant karmas and afflictions leads to nirvana. And contaminant karmas and afflictions arise from inappropriate attention, which in turn arises from elaboration of self-grasping ignorance, which ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. Which ceases through the... Okay, let me say this again. Ceasing of contaminant karmas and afflictions gives rise to nirvana, or leads to nirvana. And contaminant karmas and afflictions arise from inappropriate attention, which in turn arises from elaboration of self-grasping ignorance, which will be seized through the wisdom of emptiness. Okay, you got it? Okay, here, don't forget the purpose of a life, the meaning of a life. What are the two main meanings of a life? Be kind to yourself and be wisely kind to yourself. Don't forget it, right? Don't forget it. Okay. With this mind, then also don't forget the mantra, the meaning of the mantra. Ye dharma hetu prabhava hetum desham tathagato hyavata desham chayu nirodha evam vadi ma shamane soha. Okay, so be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. When you speak of be kind to yourself, give yourself those things which you like and get rid of those things which you dislike. Okay, tell anyone what you dislike. Somebody said stress. Anyone else? Very quick, what do you dislike? That needs to be got rid of. Huh?
Discomfort.
Discomfort, very good. Anyone else?
Anger.
Anger, why? Anger is actually good. Anger pushes away your people, it gives you strength. To people who dislike you with anger, the people who are afraid of you, they run away. Right? Okay, in actuality, yes, anger. I agree with you fully. Yes. Anyone else? The pains, yes. Anyone else?
Anxiety.
Huh? Anxiety.
Depression.
Huh? Depression, yes. Okay. Huh?
Or
Negative emotions, very good. Anyone else?
all kinds of suffering.
All forms of suffering. Okay. If possible, try to relate it to your own life, right? Relate to your own life, make it very specific so that people answer, okay, yes, what she says is correct, this is also happening to me, what he says is also correct, this also happens to me. So that you can, what we are studying, we can relate this to own life. Right? Okay. Anyone else? Don't say that all the problems. Don't say that, right? Anyone? Very quick. Misunderstanding, yes. Very, very many, oftentimes, many problems are because of this misunderstanding. Anyone else? The gentleman over there? Young boy? Huh? Lack of focus, yes, that's very true. Wonderful. Lack of focus, yes, this is one problem that we have, right? We have a focus, total focus. Without focus, it may take you like, for example, what he said is very correct. So there's one text by the child Madhyamika Avatar, entry in the middle way. The text we studied in Tibet House in India, it took us two and a half years. 2.5 years. And lucky that, there are still people coming. 2.5 years in Delhi, right? Very busy city. And how we are able to complete the text is because half people who first attended, they disappeared. And they were replaced by the next half. And finally we were able to complete. Whereas we did it very successfully in 15 days. Very successfully with focus. With focus, we were able to do it in 15 days. Without focus, it took us 2.5 years. That too, we need the substitute audience. It's not the same audience, right? So the next half came. Luckily, if they didn't come, it's empty, right? So therefore, focus. Lack of focus This is one big problem. Anyone else? Yes.
Confusion.
Confusion, yes, confusion. Can you give me a little more precise?
You don't know where to go, what to decide.
Yes, to take decisions, where to go, what decisions to make, and so forth. Confusion? Yes, over there.
Not to be offended by those ones.
Okay, that you're offended by close ones, this is a major problem, right? Okay, we see that. So look, what I'm saying is that when I ask questions, sometimes I may ask questions which are very generic in nature, very general in nature. Other times I want more specific, your own experiences. You're getting it? So I'm very happy that you are sharing your experiences. Now on that basis, see how true this stanza is. Then on that basis we go back to the mantra, Ye Dharma. You see that this mantra is amazingly put together in this form. And then we go back to the main meaning of a life. Be kind to yourself and be wise, be kind to yourself. You getting it? And then you will know when you go home after 2 days, right? Your parents will be shocked to see that, wow, what a change to my daughter, what a change to my son. Wow, amazing. Otherwise, usually, the very cold face coming, right? And the mother says, my daughter, you like a cup of tea. What cup of tea? Right? My son, you like a cup of tea. What cup of tea? Right? So there's unnecessarily showing anger to the mother, right? Okay, so whereas now it's very different. After 2 days, you go there, right? Your mother says, your cup of tea. Oh no, Mom, please rest. I'll serve you tea. What did you want? Wow, the mother is so shocked to see what it changed. Right? So happy. And the whole house will glow with joy. And the neighbors will envy you. Right? Wow, it's amazing. This house has become so happy. Right? Everybody simply likes to go there. Okay, this is so precious. So precious. Okay, with that in mind, this stanza. What is the stanza? By Arya Nagarjuna. By Arya Nagarjuna. And who said? Ceasing of contaminated karmas and afflictions leads to nirvana. Nirvana means absolute peace, which we are seeking. Right? Okay. Contaminated karmas and afflictions arise from inappropriate attention, which in turn arises from elaboration of the self-grasping ignorance, which ceases through the wisdom of emptiness. Okay, to make it very simple, this stanza, for us to comprehend it easily, we need to keep in mind 5 points. We need to keep in mind 5 points. 5 points, you're getting it? Okay, what are the 5 points? Number 1 is the miseries that we go through. Miseries that we go through. This is point number 1. And technically known as the samsara. Miseries which we go through, technically is known as samsara. Point number 1, miseries. These miseries arise from contaminated karmas. And I'll give you examples later on. First we have to know what the points are. Contaminated karmas. And the contaminated karmas, they arise from afflictions. And you may be wondering what is contaminated karma, what is affliction, right? Don't worry. Just make sure that at least you have these 5 points on your fingertips. Okay, first one is miseries. Number 2 is contaminated karmas. Number 3 is afflictions. And afflictions arise from inappropriate attention. Inappropriate attention. And number 5, inappropriate attention arises from elaboration of the self-grasping ignorance. In short, self-grasping ignorance. Self-grasping ignorance. 5 points. Right? And then, as we discuss these 5 points, say, some of you pointed out the misunderstanding, some of you pointed out the lack of focus, some of you pointed out the stress, some of you pointed out the offense created by the people nearby you, and so forth, right? All these problems, see how they are related to these 5 points. You getting it? This is so important. Okay. Okay, let me give you Okay. Let me give you an example. Let's say that, okay, by the way, how many of you have had very nightmarish dreams in your life? At least once, nightmarish dreams, very scary dreams in your life. Raise hands. Oh, many of you. How many of you did not have such dreams? You do not know what scary dream. My dreams always very pleasant dreams. Always dream with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, sharing tea with him. Right? How many of you? Oh no. Okay. How many of you never had a scary dream in your life? Raise your hands. Okay. No one. Involved? No. You had. Okay. So, which means that we all had a very scary dreams. Okay, imagine, right? Okay, first let me give you this point. Okay, let's say that you're dreaming now. You're not in, what's this place? Monash. Okay, you're not in Monash. You're in your own room, in a bed sleeping, right? And then you're dreaming, and then in your dream, I show you a picture of a mobile, right? Okay, in your dream, I show you something, right? And you looked at it, you said, oh, it's a mobile, right? Okay, is there, now tell me, okay, you should be able to switch between the waking state and the dream state. Very quickly, you have to do it, right? Okay, now you're in the waking state, tell me, that mobile that I show you in your dream, is that a real mobile or a dream mobile? Huh? Dream mobile, good. Now go back to dream, right? Okay, now I show you this. There's a mobile there, right? And it was say 2000. When was iPhone X came? Which year? 17. Let's say 2000. It was 2017. You were 1 year younger, right? 2017. What is this mobile? You checked it, and oh, it's iPhone X, right? The phone that I have is 10 years old phone. What you have is 10 years old. And Geshe will be so kind to exchange this, right? And you say, Geshe, please exchange, right? And then your friend says, no, I thought it before, right? I thought it before. So Geshe will change it with me, not with you. And then two of you will have a fist fight. With a fist fight, then what happens? Police comes. Police will take both of you to the prison. And prison is not a good place to stay. Okay, let's see. First, what happened? And then your mother was shocked. What happened to my wonderful boy, to my wonderful son, to my wonderful daughter? Both of them ended up in prison. What happened? Your mother come to the prison. And it's not a nice place. Why are you angry? Because we fought. Why did you fight? Because I was so attached to the mobile. She's also so attached to the mobile. Then we become angry towards each other. Why did you feel attached to the mobile? Because it's an iPhone X Plus. No? iPhone X. iPhone X 2017. Right? iPhone X. Right? Okay. How do you know this iPhone X? Because I checked it well. There's a real mobile there, and it's iPhone X. There's real mobile there. Okay, right? Now tell me, how many things are there? First, you see dream mobile as a real mobile. Yes, no?
Yes.
Is this a valid mind or is this ignorance? Ignorance, number one. This ignorance gives rise to not only this mobile, this is an iPhone X.